Yeah.
Here we go. Hi, Nelutza. It's really nice to see you face to face now.
Hello, nice to meet you, teacher Jen. Thank you so
Yes.
much for inviting me here. How are you
Well,
doing?
we've known each other for quite a long time, and you've been a really supportive friend to me on Webtalk. So I thought it would be nice to have a chat and get to know each other a bit.
Yeah, I'm so happy, and always I'm happy when I saw your post with movies on Webtalk. It's amazing.
Oh, I'm
Thank
glad you enjoy those. Yes, they're ones that I've watched that I thought were great. And of course, it's a good way for students to learn a bit more English if they're listening to something good. Um, so, yeah, thank you for that. Lots of people like the wildlife ones as well. They're kind of
you.
my favourite because there are lots of really fun things going on there.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Tell me a little bit about yourself. You live in France. What region are you in?
Well, okay. My name is Nelutza. I'm from Romania actually, but I
I,
have been living in France since 7 years.
oh right,
Yeah, I'm living in Orsay. It's a it's near to Paris, actually,
right.
few kilometers from Paris. I'm working here with my husband. Also, I'm life coach and motivational speaker.
Ah, right. I was wondering what else you did.
Yeah, this I'm doing.
That's quite exciting things to be doing if you can inspire other people like that.
We can, all of us, we can inspire people.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Yes, I'm retired. I live in the southwest of England and I'm retired from my job, but I seem to have been even busier since retirement. Um, I'm an energy worker. I do healing by manipulating people's energy, and
Wow.
I've recently done some courses on sound healing, which is really exciting. I'm just starting to do my first sessions with people. I have amazing tuning forks to get parts of your body vibrating in the right way, and then it frees up your energy so that you heal or feel more energetic, better mood. It's
Mhm.
lovely stuff to do. So
Well, that's
yeah.
amazing. You know, I'm very curious about this stuff, and
Right,
something. Yeah, really.
ask away.
It's amazing.
Yes, if you were nearer, I'd ask you along for a session. I've been
Yeah.
trying to get all my friends to have a go at the moment because I think I want more practice before I start charging people money for doing it. So I've got a
Mhm.
couple of friends with notebooks who are writing down all the effects they get through the week to see
Mhm.
how a session is affecting them. Um,
Yeah.
I want to be sure of all the details before I go
Because you know,
public.
sometimes people, you know, when they are sick, they went to hospital, you know, and sometimes they cannot be healed there. And then we have another option, you know, to
Yes,
mm,
I'd
so
never discourage anyone from going to hospital.
first things they need to go to hospital. You know,
Yeah,
this is my point. First time you go to doctor, you check all the things, you see if everything is fine, and after
absolutely.
you can do also other things
Yes.
in this way. Because to be honest, I had an experience. One of my colleagues, she's also a coach, but she also study another things. She also is doing something like that. Um, and I had a session with her. I had a problem with one of my hand, I
Oh,
right hand actually, and I was checking doctors. I think twice I went to hospital, and still I had that problem. Actually, I was trembling with one of my hand,
oh,
and after that session with my colleague. I feel something inside of me, and I said, "Wait a minute, what's going on? I feel my hand is not trembling anymore, you know." And
that's
it's
amazing.
Yeah, and I said, wow, you can't believe how strong are these things.
Mm-hmm.
And it was something in my past, which happened with me. And my colleague, actually, she was there and she helped me, to go back and stuff like that. You know what it's
Mm-hmm.
about. And the important things is that I feel very well now. I don't have
Good.
anymore that problem as I had, and it's amazing. Sometimes doctors cannot help you.
Yes, yes. I think a lot of the time we suffer from stress and our body tightens up. Your
Mm-hmm.
energy doesn't flow freely. You can get quite depressed as well. Um, so these kind of techniques are about getting you to relax deeply. Maybe that was what you needed for your hand.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But you're right to check it out with a doctor first, whatever it is you need to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Because I checked the doctor, and they didn't find, I don't know what there. They just gave me some pills, for 6 months, and I saw that instead of, I don't know, feeling better, I was starting, to get weight, you know.
Oh, yes.
And I said, something, I give up. I don't want anymore to take the pills, you know. So I tried with my colleague, and I can say now I'm fine. Yeah.
Good, good. Yeah. It was having an illness and going for sound healing myself that started all of this. I had a problem with my thyroid, the gland in your throat
Mhm.
that affects a lot of your body. Uh, I went to the hospital, I was given tablets, and I still didn't
Mhm.
feel much better. So I went for some sound healing, and it was amazing. I mean, my throat had, I could feel the inflammation in my throat. And
Mhm.
as soon as I had the sound healing, it started to feel better. And she said, "Oh, you should come regularly um, because it'll go, your body's used to being like this. So you need sessions for a while
Mhm.
to keep your body in tune." And I thought, why am I going to pay somebody else to do that when I could get some tuning forks and do it to myself?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing now. And I mean, it's great fun. I really enjoy it. People do find it fascinating.
Yeah, it's amazing. And you know what is important is to believe in these things.
It
Because if
is,
you,
yes,
because if you
yes,
don't believe, will not have any effect on you.
yes. And the intention is very important as well. I don't just hit a tuning fork and point it at someone. You have to have huge intention to make them better.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting. But what does being a life coach involve? What do most of your customers want you to do?
It's amazing. I mean, when someone came to you, let's say in a depressed way, to say like that,
Right.
and when you see that person smiling and having a light in their eyes, is the most beautiful things which can happen to you as a
Yeah.
coach. So these things is happening, with us. I mean, when someone came to you, they come to you sad, in depression, uh, wanted to do nothing, just to sleep all
Hmm.
day, or maybe you understand how they are. And after they go to from you, happy, smiling, having a lot of energy. So this
Lovely.
thing actually gives me also energy when I
Yes.
saw that I can help someone just listening and just putting some kind of question. It's amazing.
Yeah.
You know? It's
So,
really
so
amazing.
life coach is mostly just talking to somebody, or are you
It's
advising them the way to think about
no,
things?
we don't give advice. No, a life
Oh, I
coach will
see.
no, a life coach will never give you advice. Um, that person is helping you through the questions. He's just putting
Right.
you some question, and you will get the answer to that question by yourself. Because
Yes.
you know why we cannot give the advice? We we don't know the past of that person 100%.
Mm.
for that. We
Yes.
can say, okay, I can give you this advice, but 100% I was not there. I can never ever know what happened with you 100%. For that, a coach will never give you advice. Just will put you questions, and you will fix the problem. You will try to find the solution with the help of those questions and
Right.
by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So really, you're an incredibly good listener, because that's so important, isn't it? If you haven't got a friend you can talk to who'll really listen to you. Um,
Mhm.
so I assume that's the main part of your job, is professionally listening to people and coaxing the right words out of them.
Yeah, it's important to listen.
Yeah,
And
yeah. So
also,
you're a
yeah,
good talker and a good listener.
it depends depend on the situation. Yeah,
Well, I
sometimes.
enjoy watching the videos of your discussions you have with people.
Mhm. Thank you. Thank
You
you.
have
It's
some right,
amazing.
yeah, you come up with some good subjects. That's one of the things that stumps me when I'm talking to a group, is what are we going to talk about today? You have to have something to get things started. And I'm not so good about thinking that up, but once we get going, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Mhm.
We talk about all sorts.
We talk about whatever we like.
Yes, yes. I s-
Sometimes, yeah.
no, sorry, you know, let's.
I said sometimes, for example, today, I remember I sent you a message in the morning and I said when you are free to know the time, because um, I didn't know. I said maybe I will have a live stream with someone, and quickly like that I sent a message to Zina and I said, "Are you free? We can go live, for a few minutes." And
Hmm.
we didn't know the subject.
Yes.
I said, "Okay, but we will talk about what?" I said, "I don't know."
Yes. Well, I thought having a bit of a personal chat would be good, because I don't know about you, but sometimes some of our students ask us really personal questions. And I don't want to go that deep with this conversation, but it'll give some people an idea of who we are, where we live.
I For me, it's not a problem. I don't have why to hide these things. Personal question. I'm not. Depend if they ask about my husband, many,
Yes,
really
yes, there
deep
is a
question.
line. Yeah, there is a line. I had somebody the other day, he didn't show his face, but he's wanting to ask me how old I am. And I, I wasn't very happy about that. You wouldn't show me your face and you're going to ask me personal questions, you know?
Yeah, people are curious. They
Yes.
always are asking me, how old are you? Well, I'm 30 years old, by the way.
Yes, I'm old enough.
Yeah. And the another question is, are you married? Well, yeah, I'm married. Do you have children? Yes, I have.
How old is your son?
My son is 8 years old now.
Oh, great. They're huge fun at that age, aren't they?
Yeah, he's amazing. And you know what I love? He speaks already English, French, Romanian.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
and he
great.
speaks English much better than I do. Because sometimes he's telling me, Mom, you didn't pronounce very well that word. I said, okay.
You should bring him on Webtalk sometimes. I love it when students, you know, Jenny,
Yes, I know.
one of her children has been on talking to us, and it was huge fun. Kids are
Mhm.
great for energizing everybody, aren't they?
Yeah, he just likes to do what he loves to do. So if I will put him to, okay, stay here, I don't know if you like.
Yes.
Sometimes he went live with me, but in Facebook before last year.
Oh,
And
right.
sometimes he was talking with people and like that, but not always he want to be live.
Yes. How long have you been doing this? Webtalk, I mean.
Um, since 1 year.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, yeah. I started back in the spring when we all went into lockdown.
Mhm.
Eddie asked me to join people for a chat. And at the time, I'd just been locked down on my own, and I was thinking, oh dear, is this going to get terribly lonely stuck here with just the phone to communicate with my friends? That's rather unsatisfying, actually, because I'm used to seeing my friends, and
Mhm.
just a phone call isn't really enough. But then you meet new people online and get chatting to them on Zoom, and it's just brilliant. And I've always been interested in different cultures, so a lot of our discussions I find fascinating because I find out little details of how people live around the world that really interests me.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I'd originally said, oh, I'll come on for a few weeks, give it a try. I'm just hooked now, you know. I love it.
Yeah, I see. It's amazing in Webtalk, because you can meet people from around the world to know another culture, another religion
Mhm.
sometimes, and knowing their culture, them religion, you can understand them much better. Because we
Yes.
are saying, I cannot understand people. Yeah, you cannot. You know why? Because you don't know their culture.
Mhm.
You don't know their religion. You don't know anything. But when you will know why they are how they are.
Yes, yes. It opens people's minds. I mean, this is what we always say about traveling, because you go to another country, you learn how people live. But the wonderful thing about the internet is you don't have to go there. You can do it
Yeah.
virtually. I love that.
Yeah, and we don't need money.
That's true. That's very true.
We don't need a ticket to travel
Yes.
to Algeria or I don't know, Kurdistan.
But the only problem is I've met people from all sorts of countries and they've said, "Oh, you must come." And I think, "Oh, I wish I had a bigger wallet with lots of money in it."
Yeah, you can travel everywhere.
But
Mm.
yes, yes.
But who knows? Maybe in a day.
What took you to France originally? Did you meet your partner or just went to
No, no,
work?
no. He's Romanian. He's Romanian.
Oh, I see.
Mhm, mhm. We
Uh-huh.
were colleagues in high school, actually,
Oh, that's lovely.
in the same class. Yeah,
That's very romantic. I love that.
yeah, and we are still together. And yeah, first time he come here to work with his parents, and after
Oh,
I joined him. Yeah,
yeah.
because but I said I'm coming just for a vacation, and vacation is still no.
Oh, France is a lovely place to be, though. I've visited a few times. I have
Oh,
friends with a house in the south of France, and I love
I
going to
believe
visit.
I believe all countries are beautiful.
That's true.
No?
That's true. Yeah. Yes, because I remember years ago I lived in Holland for a few years, and I'd invited friends over. And when they arrived, I took them on a bit of a guided tour of Bristol, where I live. And it's like seeing the city with new eyes when I'm
Mhm.
showing it to someone else, you know? You take it for granted when you live here and you get irritated with the traffic or whatever's wrong with your city, but you
Mhm.
see it through somebody else's eyes and it is beautiful.
It's amazing. Uh,
Especially Dutch people, because their land is so flat, and Bristol is built on 7 hills, and it has the River Avon going through it is in quite a deep gorge. I took them to the bridge at the top of there, and they were, oh wow, this is wonderful.
yeah.
So yeah, I did see it anew.
I believe each country has something to give you, uh,
That's very true. Yeah,
and you
yeah.
can enjoy really. Let's say food. Let's say everything, everything,
Mhm.
and people. To know how they are living. This is interesting. For me, my dream my dream is to can help people with clean water. You know, this is my goal
Yes,
in the future.
yes.
You know.
That's something I find very important. We have a lot of adverts from charities on television. Oh, feed the donkeys, and I don't know,
Yeah.
one thing and another. But for me, the most important thing is to get everyone clean water. That's one charity I'll donate to without hesitation.
Yeah, because people are talking about traveling, okay, traveling to each other and blah blah blah. Okay, it's good. I appreciate these things, but for me, traveling this mean okay to can have enough money
Hmm.
to can go there and to do something for those people.
Yeah,
Um, because I don't know, these things make me happy. You know,
yeah.
in these things I can find happiness, and I don't know.
Sometimes just by traveling, you're helping people. If it's a country that relies on tourism, and
Mhm.
you turn up prepared to tip generously, I mean that helps everybody, doesn't it?
Yeah, but no.
Yeah.
In years I'm sure I will I will do it. Yeah, because I can see, over the internet so many, pictures with people from some countries where they don't have water, and we
Hmm.
are talking about water, not about food.
Yes.
So imagine, for us it's something normal to have water in home, but for them, not even to drink.
Yes. Well, not just that, in the times of COVID, how do you wash your hands if you haven't got clean water? It's such a
Exactly.
basic thing. One of
Yeah.
the most important things for keeping the virus down. But if you don't have water, what are you going to do?
Yeah, so we
Have
have
you,
faith.
do you go back to Romania very much? Do you have family there to visit?
I visited my family this year. Yeah, they are fine. They
Good,
are
yeah.
fine. They are happy because they. There was my son actually for
Uh-huh.
holiday. No, he spent his holidays with my parents. So
I bet they love to see him.
yeah, of course. Good. And my son didn't want to come back. He said, "No, I will stay here with my grandpa and my grandma." I said, "Okay, okay." He said, "I don't need school anymore."
Yes.
Mm.
Well, that's because it's grandma and grandpop's job to spoil him. They don't have to tell him, do your homework, have a
Yeah,
bath, and all that stuff that you have to tell him to do.
exactly. And he can do whatever he likes because my mom will never say no,
Yeah.
never. So he has freedom there.
Yes. Yes.
And also, he was living in nature. And yeah, my parents are living in a village.
Yeah.
So there also we have animals and stuff like that. So he enjoyed.
Oh, lovely. Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
like here. But here also we have lots of friends. He has a lots of friends and stuff like that. But we don't have animals with. He told me, "Mom, can you buy for me a cat or a dog?" I said, "Okay, we will, but we need to move from this home in another one where we can have a dog, a cat,
Yeah.
And yeah,
We
people
had a
love
lot of these conversations when my son was young. He wanted a dog or a cat, but I said there are a lot of responsibility, and we used to go away at weekends a lot, which he really enjoyed. And I said, if we get an animal like that, we won't be able to go away.
Yeah.
Um, then he said, "Can we get a rat?" No, no, no rats. But he was very crafty. He said to me, "Oh, my friend is going on holiday and needs someone to look after their pet rat. Can we do it?" And I said, "Oh, all right, just for 2 weeks."
All right.
But actually, I fell in love with the little animals while they were here. So after that, we did get our own rats. I adored them. They're wonderful little pets. very loving creatures.
That are amazing. And also, I think to buy a cat soon. Let's see. I love them a lot.
Yes, yes, lots of people do. My cousin has about 8 cats at the moment, I
8.
think. Yes.
Wow, 8.
He does live out in the country, and there's plenty of room for the
Mhm.
cats to roam around. You never see more than 2 or 3 in the house at one time. Um, but the problem is they bring back all sorts of other little creatures that
Oh.
they deposit in the kitchen, and the little mouse or bird or whatever escapes, and it turns into a big drama, you know.
Amazing, amazing.
Yes. We seem to have gone over time, Nelutza, because I booked us for half an hour and we've gone over half an hour. You tell me when you want to stop talking, okay? Because you have a schedule. I'm okay. I don't have to rush off anywhere. Uh,
Yeah, because I
I'm
will need to pick up my son from school for
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And he will be very happy. Yeah, sometimes he say, but why I should go to school always? I want to stay home and to be a YouTuber.
Yes. Did you have trouble getting him back after lockdown? Because it was such a long time they didn't go to school. Or it was in this
No,
country.
no. He really missed his friends.
Yeah.
And he said, I want to go back to school because, not because of school, to learn something, but I want to meet my friends,
Yes.
and I believe people needs people, you
Yes,
know,
they do.
and this stuff, what they are doing, I don't think so it's really okay. I mean, to put people to stay in a home, to not meet with each other, to not interact with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
it's a little complicated. And I saw these things with my son. He
Yes.
really missed his friends.
Yes. I think the whole thing was most difficult for children because, well, at 8, does he go out on his own where you
Mhm.
live? Yeah. Um, he's used to that freedom. It's very difficult when he's suddenly got to stay in with
Yeah.
mum and dad who aren't very interested.
Um, yeah, not really. He's fine without us. I
Yes,
didn't teach my son to be too much, depending on me.
yes,
Uh,
yes. That's what I'm meaning. Yeah,
Yeah. So no, he's fine. Sometimes he spend time with his friends at his friend's home. Sometimes his friends are coming here. They're
right.
interacting with each other. So it's great. I want my son to be very friendly with people.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. I did the same thing. I don't think you can be possessive with your child. Someone said to me before my son was born that they're not really ours. We've just got them on loan and they're going to go back to the world again. And I thought that was a fantastic way to approach motherhood. You don't want to be possessive and turn them into a mini me or something. You want them to have their own opinions and
Yeah,
ideas.
exactly. And same with the language and with school. I never put my son to do something which he didn't want to do.
Hmm.
Everything he's doing in a natural way. I mean, even English he learned, in a natural way,
Good.
from a cartoon, from stuff like that. But I never put him to say, okay, David, today you need to learn English, or today you need to learn French, or something like that. No.
Yes,
And
good way to do it.
yeah, I think this is the way, the good way to
Yeah.
teach your children through actions, without telling him you should do this.
Yes, yes. And kids are very creative on their own anyway, aren't they?
Yeah.
They'll always come up with good things to do. I think Max, if we'd had lockdown when he was a child, would have found it very difficult because he just loved to be out all the time. I live in a city, but I'm very near a lovely park, and first he was into skateboarding, and then BMX, and then parkour. So, you know, he was always out doing things. I think he'd felt quite trapped at that age, being stuck at home. But now it doesn't matter. He's married and not my problem anymore.
Yeah. You know, even my son, he told me, you know, mom, when I will be 18 years old, I will leave the home. I
Oh,
will live with my
really?
friends. I said, oh yeah. And he said, yeah, yeah, I will live with my friends. And okay, no problem. But from where are these ideas? Well, because we will be adults. Ah, okay. It's so funny sometimes, you know.
Yes, yes. No concept of how much he might be earning then and whether he can afford to live on his own.
Yeah.
But it's nice to have dreams, isn't it?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Mm.
Should we close now so that you can go get
Yeah,
ready to go and collect
I
your
need to go,
son?
unfortunately.
Yes, this has
You
been
know,
lovely, Nelutza. Thank you so much for coming and talking to me. We should do this again sometime.
yes, of course we will. Thank you so much for your time. And
Yours too. Yes.
God
Okay.
bless you.
Okay. I'll speak to you again soon. So thank you so much for coming, Nelutza.
Thank you so much and have a beautiful and wonderful day.
You too. Okay.
Bye
Bye.
bye. Bye.